So let's do a quick recap before you move on to proof paragraph 2. So before we did our actual writing, we had actually filled out our proof paragraph template. For the second one, you won't have another, I noticed, but you can use this to kind of guide your writing. So I said, character 1's name is Esperanza, felt confused and does nothing when the fire takes place. So I took that and I started making it into my own sentence. Now, and it's okay if you didn't do this because I noticed some people didn't. The very first thing I did was I indented. If you didn't, that's okay. This is our practice round. You just need to indent for that second paragraph. So I took this and it came from here to here. Esperanza felt confused and does nothing when the fire takes place. I pulled that from my template. Notice I didn't pass that faded red line, and I put a period after that. Then I moved on, and it says, we know this because on page 209 of Esperanza Rising, it says, comma, quotation mark, she stood in a trance. I pulled that information, and I kept on going. That's my second sentence right there. It's for my first textual evidence. And then my last sentence, so this shows it's only 3 sentences. This shows that Esperanza felt very confused because she didn't know what to do. That's exactly what I did. I just kept on adding. This shows that Esperanza felt very confused because she didn't know what to do. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to start making your second proof paragraph. You don't have to fill another one of these out. All you have to do is look at it to kind of guide your writing. I'm going to show you how you can do that. I would skip about 2 or 3 lines, and I'm going to start probably right around here. This is my second paragraph, and I'm going to indent. Well, if you noticed, I'm not going to be talking about Esperanza anymore. I'm actually going to be talking about Miguel, my second character. So I'm going to just use this as my guide. If you see right here, instead of saying Esperanza, I'm going to say Miguel. That's how I'm going to start that. So skipping a line, or a few lines, and I'm going to indent. Please look at how I'm doing that because some of you didn't indent. I put my finger right here between these 2 lines, and I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to talk about Miguel this time. So you're done with your first paragraph. We're starting on our second paragraph. And I'm kind of done with that. And if you get confused and you want to fold to where you're going to start your second paragraph, I'm fine with that. That way it's not overwhelming to look at. Okay? Are we good so far? Is there anyone who needs to be clarified? You're going to skip a couple lines. Or if you want, you can write it on the back. It's fine. Okay, so now this time, I'm just going to use this as my guide. So Miguel felt. I'm going to write Miguel felt. And I'm going to look back on my notes. And it says that he jumps into action, so he felt brave. Felt brave. Because he jumped into action. So you are ready to write your first line of your second proof paragraph. Remember, your character feels some type of way. So you need to write your second character's name. Tell me how that person felt and a little bit as to why. Miguel felt brave because he jumped into action. Yeah, that's fine. Then you can turn it around. So right now we're working on the very first sentence of our second proof paragraph. Remember, you're not writing about the fire, you're talking about your event. So who is your second character, and what does your second character feel in his part or her part? Yeah, we're just using this as a guide. So, because I don't want us to keep on having to fill it out. So instead of saying Miguel, you can write about Esperanza. Esperanza felt reactive. Right? And then we know this because it's on page. You see how it's on the side? We're just using that to do it again. So let's skip 2 or 3 lines. I wanted just to show you where she's at with this. To those of you who put your pencils down and are trying just to kind of get an idea as to what I'm looking for again, this is a perfect example. So the very first person she ended up talking about is who? Hortensia. And how did she felt? Calm. Right, now she's talking, now she's talking about who? Esperanza. And how did she feel? Worried. Remember, the whole point is to compare and contrast how both are feeling. So one is calm, the other one is sad or worried. So you have to decide what your character is feeling for your event. Is it starting to click? Okay. Braxton. Okay, so remember when I told you we're not filling out another proof paragraph template? We're just taking it and using it as a guide. You got it? So right here it says, Esperanza felt confused. I just wrote Miguel felt brave because he jumped into action. Then I'm going to go to the next line, and I'm going to say, we know this because... and I'm just making up this information on page 308 of Esperanza Rising. See how I'm copying it down? The only thing that's going to change is the information that you have plugged in right here. Now, you will have two textual evidence. You can choose which one you want, but whatever you want, it has to be the complete opposite of your first person's reaction. Do you have any questions as to what you're doing? So you're taking your second character reaction and you're plugging it into this format again. Are we good? You're supposed to indent because I know that you're starting on paragraph here And right here, you see that? That's okay. Don't erase it because you're gonna end up having to rewrite it as a test.